The horse is made ready for the day of battle, but victory belongs to the Lord. King Solomon wrote those words at the height of his power. He wasn't speaking from a pulpit, he was speaking as a commander who oversaw the largest military expansion in Israel's history. These words represent the hardened observation of a strategist who managed the procurement, housing, and training of thousands of war animals and elite charioteers. In the ancient world, the war horse was a weapon of mass destruction, a specialized, high-velocity engine designed to shatter infantry lines. Acquiring one was an astronomical investment. Between the years of conditioning, the massive grain requirements, and the bespoke bronze armor, the cost of a single horse rivaled that of a modern armored vehicle. We see this pattern across history. Kingdoms will bankrupt themselves and exhaust their resources in a desperate attempt to engineer a guaranteed victory. Every hour spent in the stables and every gold coin spent on armor is an attempt to build a wall against the anxiety of an unknown future. The ancient ruins of Megiddo reveal the physical scale of this effort. Excavations here uncovered stable complexes and training grounds massive enough to process and house 450 horses at once. The conditioning was grueling. Trainers used the Kikuli method, a complex system of interval training and regulated diets designed to build a level of stamina that could carry a horse through a full day of slaughter. This bronze bit shows the technical level of control required. To steer a 1,000-pound animal into the screams and noise of a battle line, the hardware had to be uncompromising. To override the horse's natural instinct to flee, handlers used leather blinders to eliminate their 360-degree vision, forcing them to see only the path directly ahead. Trainers even applied pungent oils to the animal's nostrils, masking the smell of blood and sweat that would otherwise trigger a panic response. This fragment of scale armor highlights the meticulous defense. Each plate was hand-stitched to ensure that no arrow or spear could find a gap in the kingdom's investment. The resulting weapon was terrifying. A fully armored chariot unit charging at 40 miles per hour hit infantry with enough force to liquefy a defensive line. They neutralized thousands of soldiers simply by inciting total, uncontrollable panic. A chariot force was the pinnacle of human planning. It was the absolute maximum level of control any ruler could exert over a chaotic world. But every flawlessly engineered force eventually reaches the edge of the battlefield, where the domain of preparation ends. Once the charge begins, the outcome shifts to variables no king can buy: a sudden gust of wind, a hidden patch of soft mud, or a dense shower of arrows like the one shown here. A single arrow striking below the knee, where a horse's armor is most vulnerable, can collapse the momentum of an entire unit in an instant. Solomon lived to see perfectly prepared, highly engineered armies march into the fog and never return, annihilated by the sudden chaos of the field. For a ruler who believed his wealth could purchase security, this realization was devastating. It proved that effort and outcome are two entirely different worlds. Preparation brings you to the start of the fight, but it cannot dictate the finish. Reframing Solomon's observation for the present day shifts the focus from the anxiety of the result to the integrity of the work itself. There is a boundary between what we do and what happens. On one side, your inputs: training, study, focus. On the other, the output. Most of our stress comes from trying to force this line. Demanding our effort guarantees a specific reward. Living in this balance means committing entirely to the work with a closed fist, while keeping your hand open to the final result. This requires active surrender, doing the grueling work of conditioning the horse without requiring the universe to grant you a victory in return. Think of one project you've been avoiding because you're not sure it will work. You were never meant to carry the weight of the victory. That part was never yours to control. Your mandate is simpler: prepare the horse, do the work, and find your peace in the release.